all this through here, all that's all honey. You cut that and it just pours out of it.
And the males, all they do is they just sit around and eat honey and pollen. They're only useful for 1 day out of the year, basically.
Sounds about right. They always have a layer of insulation at the top, and then down below, that's where their brood area is. That's where they're making babies. Now in the hive, the very front of the hive is going to be where the babies are being born, and the back could be full sheets of honey, which get really, really heavy. And if you look right down here, inside here, you can see larvae. So what happens is the queen lays an egg, and then it turns into a larva, and then they cap it, and that's almost like it's being in its own cocoon.
And what are those bees over making the honey?
Yeah, they're the ones making the honey. That's their job right now, is to make the honey for everyone to eat. Okay, careful.
Very gentle with them.
Good job.
You got the drones, you can see
What's
the
the
difference in
queen
them.
bee?
She's inside that hive, because if we took her
There's
away,
a
all
bee
the
in
bees
there,
would get really
and she's a
stressed out.
worker bee.
Or jealous?
Do you have any questions?
Jealous. You think they'd be jealous if we took the queen away? And then it hatches out, and the first thing they do is clean the hive, and then they take care of the baby bees. And then they move on to architecture team, then they move on to cleaning crew, and then they move on to foraging crew. So over the course of one bee's life, it'll do every job in the hive.
Really?
Yep.
Gets promoted.
All right, so be really gentle, okay? Just keep your hand. Oh, come on, buddy. There you go. You don't want to get off my finger, do you?
I like Laura.
I know. I'm like,
No, not the kids.
so if you look way down here at the bottom, there's little tiny worms inside that comb. They look like little worms. It's called larvae.
This is Laura, she's with
I'm holding
she
a
just
bee.
started her
You're holding a
job.
bee?
Top here's where the honey is. So at some points in the hive, they'll make an entire queue.
I saw a spider over there.
Come here. Wait. When it comes out of them, it's this pure white. And the more it gets used, the darker and darker it gets. Every time a bee is born out of the little cells, it leaves almost like a wallpaper on the walls. And so it gets darker and darker the more bees that are born. This here is a queen cell. So it's a larger cell on the edge of the hive. It almost looks like a peanut. It goes about to here. So it's quite a bit larger than, the worker cells that you're seeing on the side. It's a really, really long one. So when they swarm, they'll make a cell like that one that's on the edge there. And that's when they know the hive is going to divide in half. That's the natural reproduction of a hive. Every bee being born isn't necessarily the reproduction. The full hive dividing in half is like a new animal being born.
He has a
No, he doesn't have a stinger. Boy bees don't have stingers. Only the girl bees do.
playing around.
They're just playing around in there?
Pretty neat,
Am I
huh?
holding it?
They make honey.
Bees
You're
don't have
right,
stingers, so I
man. You're
can't
right.
do these.
Good job.
Lillian. Okay. Lillian, where's the bee?
They don't,
Can you point to the
do
bees?
any of the protective things for the hive.
Those honeybees?